So I'm having a chat with Mark Ambor. How are you?
I'm great today. Thanks for having me, Jim.
Great stuff. Pleasure's all mine. So we've been playing a new single of yours called "Belong Together." Tell us a little bit about the single.
Yeah, Belong Together is well, I'm especially proud of it because I kind of made it alone in my basement, and to see it resonating around the world the way it has been really rewarding. But Belong Together is just about friends and family and people that you love and being surrounded by things and people that make you happy. It's about kind of escaping through that, and when you escape through that, the bad parts of the world kind of fizzle away, and that's kind of what Belong Together is about to me.
Nice, excellent. You've now released a couple of singles since your last record. Are we now gearing up to another bigger body of work?
Yes, we are actually. I'm working on my debut album set to come out this summer. I guess I haven't really announced that yet, but here I am. I'm here I am telling you. But yeah, it's good to be belong together, and I hope it all works out or all on that project. And that project is just it's about what I kind of just briefly said. It's they're all about. I mean, ideally, I want fans to feel an escape when they listen to this album. I want them to feel heard. I want them to feel good. I want, the worries of the world to once again, kind of go away and when they're immersed in this album. And I know like Good to Be and Belong Together are all these like upbeat, very optimistic songs, and like I love that. That's very much who I am in a lot of ways. But also this project has some songs that are touching on things that aren't as bright, insecurities, and all that stuff. So I'm excited for the world to hear it all, and I'm just working hard on finishing it.
Yeah, nice. And how's it sounding in comparison to the music of yours that's already out there?
It's definitely more in the world of the of Good to Be, Belong Together, and I hope it all works out. Kind of that more organic, like uh, I don't know. It's mostly organic instruments, kind of vibe. And I love just big choruses and heavy like drums that like really hit for the chorus. I'm like super inspired by Coldplay, and I know and Coldplay always does that. It's
Mm,
like these anthemic choruses. So yeah, it's very much in the same vein as Good to Be and Belong Together, and I hope it all works out.
nice, excellent. And I'd like to talk a little
Yeah.
bit about the writing side of things as well. So for you, how do tracks normally start off?
So tracks normally, uh, I guess it's different a lot, but for the most part, it's me and either a guitar and a piano, and I just sit in my room and I just write on my phone. I use the Notes app and voice memos to record it and remember it, and I like taking a step away after I write and letting that demo sit, and then revisiting it a few days later with maybe a handful of other demos I had written, and it becomes obvious of that batch which ones I actually like because it's very easy after you write a song to just like that song immediately. But yeah, so when I give it some space and some time and revisit it, it becomes more obvious which ones or one is the best in my opinion.
Mm. And what about the lyrics for you? How easy do the lyrics come to you?
Um, I definitely have to be in the right headspace, the right zone. I definitely tend to write best in the mornings. Um, it I don't know. Often what'll happen is I'll just come up with a line, or I'll do the thing where like I find a chord progression that I love, and I'll just keep playing it, and I'll mumble melodies over it, and a word will come or a phrase will come, and I sometimes build around that. That's mostly how it starts, but usually there's like a line or a word that comes in that process where where I gravitate towards it. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. Like for example, Belong Together. The first line over for that song was, "I know sleep is friends with death, but maybe I should get some rest because I've been out here working all damn day." And I thought it was cool because like I'm kind of a workaholic, and I love just I don't know, I love working on things that I'm passionate about, and in this case music, and I never give myself a break, and I feel like I don't know, I know a lot of people like that, and I just thought it was a really cool way of saying that. And from there I kind of just traveled through where my brain was taking me, and it became Belong Together. That's kind of the best way to describe it.
Yeah, nice. And is there any lyrics that you've not used yet that you really want to use at some point in the future?
It's a good question. The thing with me is when I find something that I like need to do it immediately. So I'm not the type of person that has like a bank of
Mm,
lyrics or ideas in my phone. I know a lot of people that are like that, but I just if I have what happens is if I leave something, if I think of something I like and I put it in a notes app and I forget about it, I I'll most likely never actually finish it. I just know myself, and it's like I'm more immediate. Like I need to, if I like the idea, I'm going to do it right now.
Yeah, fair enough. And you've had the chance to play some live shows recently. How have they been going?
Um, Incredible. We have our third London show tonight.
Hmm.
I mean, this whole tour has been crazy. Like we put it on sale after Good to Be kind of was having its a little moment, and just the way it sold was kind of a shock to me. I didn't realize that there were that many people out there that wanted to come see me live, and it's been it's so amazing and humbling and awesome to be able to put numbers that I've seen on my phone for a while into, real life and see put faces to those people that are commenting and stuff. And obviously it's amazing to hear people sing your songs back and with Belong Together now doing its thing, it's just really cool to watch it kind of grow in front of me. I don't know. It's really a special, kind of hard to describe feeling.
Yeah, and you've got a few more shows left. London tonight, some in Germany
Yeah.
across the rest of this week and next week as well. What's happening after them? Because there's not much booked in.
Yeah. So after we're done with the Germany and there's like another Paris and Amsterdam. After we're done with those, I go home and I finish the album and I get it out by summer. And I mean, we already, if I'm being transparent, we already have future tour plans lined up and for the album, and we got to shoot music videos and all that stuff for these songs. So
Mhm.
it's definitely, it doesn't end when I go home. It's just the beginning kind of when I go home. But it's been really cool to make personal connections on the road because this is my first tour. I've never been able to do that before.
Yeah, I'm looking to future tours. I'm assuming you'll want to do US and back over here as well. Where else is on the cards for you at the moment?
We're also looking at Australia. Should be really cool. I've never been there before. Um, and it's still in discussion, like it's starting to be planned, and
Yeah.
that's all I can reveal right now. But yeah, I've Australia's a cool one that I'm very excited about. I've never been there.
Yeah, nice. And as you're now starting to make a name for yourself, I'd like to find out what made you do this in the first place.
Yeah, I kind of getting to music was it was a very kind of organic process for me. I played piano my whole life. My mom had me take lessons growing up. And there was a point in high school where the lessons kind of interfered with my social life and I quit because first of all, I was learning classical music, which I wasn't that interested in. I wanted to learn the like music I was listening to. And so I took a break from piano, I quit, and then I ended up missing it and I went back and I would go on YouTube and I'd learn covers of songs. And or if I could, I would try to learn it by ear because sometimes there's cool voice things that I'd come up with when I just messed around on my own. And whatever, I guess fast forward to summer before going into college. I'm from a small town in New York called Pleasantville. It's a little too on the nose to be real, but it is real. And it is a small town where like, you have your reputation and when you have your corner of the world and your space that you like, it's kind of hard to let go of. And my best friends are still my friends from home, and I didn't want to go to college. I didn't want to start a new reputation, meet all these new people, and start this whole new life, which that's what it felt like to me. So I was feeling all those lost feelings, and my friends had left for school. I was home alone. Me and my girlfriend at the time had broken up. My parents were at work. I never sang for anyone. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna try to write a song. So I sat at the piano and I wrote a song about how I was feeling, and I recorded on my voice memos, and I went to work that night. I was like a bar back at a family friend's restaurant. I was proud of what I made. So I sent it a group chat to my parents and I said, "Hey, what do you guys think of this?" And my parents are they're a bit older. I'm the baby of the family by a lot. And they were, especially like whatever, 7 years ago, whenever that was, they were not good at technology. So my mom answers a few hours later and she goes, "Hey, Dad and I really love this song. Who's the artist?" And I was like, "What?" I was like, "Mom, it's me." And she's like, "No way." And that was kind of like the catalyst of me writing more. And I started writing more songs, picked up GarageBand, started messing with that, picked up an acoustic guitar because my brother played. There was like an extra one in the closet. I started learning that. I got Logic, and the passion just grew throughout college. And basically in 2020, I graduated, and I promised myself I need to try music solely for at least 6 months because school was always first for me. And I did, and that's when COVID happened, and that's when TikTok kind of happened, and them all blending together and me putting myself out there. It all kind of just worked in a way where I'm very grateful for. And it obviously there's a lot more nuance to that story, and I could go on for a long time, but that's mostly how I got into it. Yeah, and it took a few years, especially from 2020 to now, to really write songs that are deeply about me and that resonate with who I am and what I had, the way I see the world, and that kind of thing. So I genuinely feel like Good to Be was the first song that really tapped into deeply important parts of my life.
Nice, nice. And you mentioned there doing covers on the piano of tracks you loved. Do you think you might put your own rendition on a track that you love and release it to the world for us all to hear?
Yeah, definitely. I haven't fully found, there isn't like a song in my head that I'm like, I need to do that song, put out in the world. One will definitely come. But I mean, in my live shows, I have a couple covers that I do that just feel like important to me. One of them's Clocks by Coldplay. I love I love Coldplay. But yeah, but yeah,
I guess you want to hope for the phone call to support them at some point.
that would be crazy. Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Possible. It's doable.
Yeah, yeah.
Mark, it's been a pleasure having a chat with you.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me. This has been fun.